Hi guys, my name is Anna, you're watching simcue, and without further ado, let's get into this video. So this is the 100 subscriber special, even though we've already reached over 110 as well, but this is when I have gotten around to it. I think right off the bat, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been tuning in for February, been watching the videos, liking, commenting, really means a lot. So for today, I wanted to try something hopefully fun and a little bit different. So the idea is that we're going to have a 10 by 10, because that is 100 tiles, one tile for each of you. So I'm going to have to count. 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And of course we could make a lot of different types of houses, but we are going to just keep it like this shape. So even if we want a terrace, we're going to have to keep it within this square at all times. So my idea is like, let's actually just raise it so that we have a platform. Is that we do some of an entrance like down here, maybe like that, something fancy, and then we can have an entrance area, and then we could have, there's actually a little bit bigger than I thought, so maybe if we just do the toilet like that, and then kitchen down here, bedroom here, big dining living room situation. I think that's what we're going to go for. But the way we're going to make this hopefully fun for everyone is that I have looked through everyone who is subscribed. I've written down your names and you're each going to get an item. Now, when I say subscribe, I don't actually have all like 100. I can only see those that have like I think YouTube says that has allowed me to like see their following, like their subscribers. It's a little bit weird, but basically I can only see 17 of you. So I have the 17 that have subscribed since I started uploading Sims videos, and then I also took everyone who has been commenting on the Sims videos. So you are included as well, because I thought that there was a high possibility that everyone who's been commenting have also been subscribing. So the first subscriber since I started uploading Sims videos is called I Was Born Obnoxious, and I actually looked up what people found to be the most obnoxious items in The Sims 4, and a lot of people seem to agree was the cupcake machine, but I thought that was going to be a little bit too big, and in general it became a discussion of like most hated Sims 4 items. And don't get me wrong, I love having you here, but I did find that one thing was just like so funny, and it's this clump of clay or lump of clay, because people complained that the Sims would at all times just use it and like have it in their pocket and just take it out and play with it, and it was getting really annoying. So for you being obnoxious, you're going to be our lump of clay. Next subscriber is Line Skærlund. This is a very Danish name. And I thought for a while, because I noticed that there were a few, what I can only assume are Danish subscribers. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to find a white, kind of like this, because in Denmark, we have a name for these type of windows with the like cross section in the middle, and we call them Dannebrogsvinduer. And Dannebrog is the name of the Danish flag. So I thought that could be kind of cool. Now I might change, it doesn't have to be this specific video, but definitely one that has the cross in the middle. And I think we'll also go for white, because the cross in the Danish flag is white. So Line, you are going to be one of our windows. Then we have stale stone, and I just searched for stone, and of course we have the regular stones, but I think it's going to be a little bit nicer if you get to be this cute little item from Spa Day with some stones and a little plant. Then we have Hazel Stockwell. I love the name Hazel, but the only thing I could think of was that stock rhymes with clock, and I hope, yes, you are going to be this grandfather clock. Hazel, I hope you love it. Appaloosa, the first time I read it, I accidentally read it as Appaloosa, and because of that, you are going to be a little fruit ball. There we go. Let's continue, because we have Kindle Light, and a Kindle is kind of like a tablet. So let us add a little tablet in here. Let's just go for the base game one. Sophie C. I, of course, made the entire list, and I'm a little bit sorry, Sophie, but we are very much going to need it. So your C is going to be C for counter. And this one we can change. So we put it over here. Betty Town. A strong, strong name. Now I am pretty sure that, not what I was looking for. Okay, I'll try and find it. Now this was what I was looking for. Cityscape statue. I know your name is Town and it's a city, but I think it's close enough. So Betty Town, there you go. Javi Dubo Sub. I am so sorry if I mispronounce any of your names, but I thought, where would I go and sub. And I would, of course, go to my bed. So we'll add this one in and we can change it later. Flora, Sol, I mean, pretty obvious, but you are, of course, going to be a flower. We can also figure out which kind of flower you are later on. And we actually have Star Ambrosia as well. So you are also going to be another flower. Let's just add 2 of these. I will make sure that you become 2 different flowers. Then we have Little Wolf Simmer. Now, we don't have any wolves, but the closest we have are dogs. So you become a lovely dog bed. And right after Little Wolf Simmer, we have one Agway or one Agway, Wagway. And what wags? A dog wags. So you become the dog ball. Yes. Then we have Karina Mame. Now, Karina, I feel like you missed out on a golden opportunity of being Karina Meme. And I think the best sort of meme item that we have is this very expensive, let me find it, this one. And I personally like the one with the llamas. So, Karina Mame. There you go. Then we have Linda Abyss, and I think your name is kind of close to Abyss. And I looked up, and apparently that's like a deep, endless pit. And of course, we're not going to have a deep, endless pit. But I was kind of thinking, where would I have some deep, endless pit kind of thoughts? And I would have those in the shower. So there you go. You are the shower. Then we have Lady Justice 86. Now, was she born in 86? Or is she Lady number 86? We don't know. But Justice is often done with a scale. There we go. You get the antique scale. Maddie Harrison. I thought about it for a while. And then I decided to go with the expression like, I'm so mad about her. Like in a positive way, right? Like I'm crazy about her. And if there's one thing that the Sims are crazy about, it's their grill. They can have a fully functioning, nice kitchen, and they will still sometimes go and just do hot dogs on the grill and set themselves on fire in the process. So, Maddie Harrison, there you go. Shauna Kirk and Mishakov, or Mishchakov. I am a little bit unsure, but looking through the list without further explanation, you are going to be our 2 dining chairs. Very important. Aaliyah the Fox, we don't have any foxes, but what we do have are dogs. And our dog in this case would probably like a little dog toy. So you get to be the ball. There you go. Next up is Multi-Julie and Laura Lessen. And I believe that those are 2 Danish names. So we get 2 more windows. How lucky can we be? Then we have probably one of my favorite names, which is Live Lav Luv. Yeah. Wonder what that stands for. And I found that the best item for Live Lav Luv are these 2 hearts. Cherry Heart Huh, if that is how you would like to say your name, that is at least how I would like to say your name. You are going to be a TV because watching the news, I go, huh? Dylan Perez, I noticed that you specifically commented that you watch my videos together with your wife. So I think that the 2 of you are going to be a lovely love seat from where you're watching the TV. GG the 5th, maybe it stands for something else, but I know GG as good game. So you are going to be our computer that I can only place on a table, so I will figure that out. Now, Sophie is a Danish name as well, but Sophia, you have made some good requests, including the motel that a lot of you seem to like. So Sophia, you're going to be our oven because you are cooking up those ideas. The Real Success Vault, I also looked at your little profile picture, and of course you are going to be a trophy. There we go. Rene is another Danish name, so right now we have at least 4 windows. Celia Sorrows. Sorrow, crying, where do I cry? In my bed. What do I have next to my bed? A bedside table. The next name is definitely up there competing with Live Lav Love to be the best subscriber name. This is just insert cool name here. And I also noticed that you specifically like the base game build, so I'm going to find you a cool base game chair, if that exists. Oh my gosh. Insert cool name here. Here is your cool chair. Morgan Noel. I thought your last name was kind of close to a novel. And where would I put my novels? I would put them in a bookshelf. Haley Washington. Washington is where they make some big decisions, and they also have the Oval Office. Now, we don't have an oval table, but we do have a round table. So you get to be one of the knights around the round table. Mystery moon. I am pretty sure that with Realm of Magic we have a very nice moon picture that doesn't show up when I search for it. Ooh, you could also be the little cute moon lamb. Ella Cup. I'm a little unsure of how you would pronounce your last name, but it sounds like a cup, you know, like a little pet child. So you will be another dog thing. You will be the medium hoop. Now Ness, as I like to call you, I am sorry if I offended you. If you would prefer Niece, you requested the Rapunzel Tower. I built it. You didn't comment on it. So Ness, you are going to be, let me just find it. You are going to be a closet, because one of my favorite scenes in Tangled is when Rapunzel puts Eugene in a closet. And also because if you don't go and watch the video and comment on it, I might put you in a closet. Chelsea Elaine. Now you probably heard this before, but you share a first name with a football club, or if you're American, a soccer club. But I don't like football, and maybe you don't either. So instead I thought, Chelsea, cheese. And where do I put my cheese? I put my cheese in the fridge, and I love me some cheese. Demi, kind of like a demigod. Let's first see if we just search. Nothing. We got nothing. But what I thought is that gods are often thought of together with like light, and we could very much use a floor lamp. So Demi, you become a light in the dark. Next up is Sarah, and I very much like that your name is spelled with a Z. In Denmark we spell it with an S, but what else is spelled with a Z? A zebra, which apparently doesn't show up when I search for it, so I'm just gonna find the item that I thought of. There we go. And actually we can't change this, so you go over here. Spinach Dip, another very strong name, and because spinach has something to do with the kitchen, and because we desperately need more counters, you're going to be a counter. The next one, I'm a little bit unsure of how you would pronounce it. Only Miat or Miat. I don't really know, but I thought, what item might you think, if only she had added this item. The item that I at all times forget, unless there's literally one in the reference picture I'm looking at, is a curtain. Curtains. I don't like them. I have curtains, but I don't like curtains, so I always forget them. Then we have 13 Ultima. Yeah, I speak Roman numerals. And you also have what I would say is very much like a gamer name. So we are going to give you a very cool gamer chair. There we go. Dream with a brush. Now where do I brush my hair? I brush it in front of a mirror. Kenny tak. Kenny, I don't know if you know, because I don't know for sure if you're Danish, but tak in Danish is thank you. So thank you for being here, Kenny. You are a window. Brandon Heath fan, had to look this one up. I found that Brandon Heath is apparently a musician, so you get to be a speaker. And then our last one, Hope Taylor, being number 46. The first 17 being people where I can actually see your name as a subscriber. And the next, I didn't do the math, but up to 46 being people who commented on the videos. And Hope Taylor, you are our last one. Now the Sims cannot be hopeful, but they can be confident. And I think the best way for Sims to get confident is to brush their teeth at a sink. Hi, Future Anna here. I couldn't really be bothered to turn on the camera. I will only be here for the next 3 minutes, and then I will be back twice again a little bit later in the video for just some short clips. But what I did here in the beginning was take all of your items and place them inside the house. And then I'm currently moving things around, figuring out where things go, and also changing items along the way, because in the beginning, I was very much just placing placeholders for items. And so now I'm trying to figure out which item do I actually want, what color swatch do I want it in. And it's also around this time that I figured out that we didn't really need all of these packs that I had initially introduced. So I started changing a lot of items and swapped them to base game items instead, because it wasn't very important that they were from a specific pack. But because we still had a few subscriber items that were pack related that we didn't have in the base game, we are still using a few packs. So in total, the house uses 5 packs. It uses Growing Together, which is also what I swapped some items for in the kitchen because it just looked so much better. Then it uses Get Famous primarily for the zebra rug, but we are also using it for the gaming chair in the bedroom. We are of course using Cats and Dogs because we have so many people that are dog items. And then last but not least, we are also using Spa Day and Outdoor Retreat. And you actually just saw a clip of me changing the hearts from a regular wooden swatch to the rainbow swatch. And I assume that this swatch was added at a later update, but I thought it made so much sense for the hearts because Live Love Love should very much be for everyone. And in general, we of course want our subscriber home to be inclusive. I also added a little shelf that I honestly didn't even know existed. It is part of the base game, but was definitely added in with a later update, but that comes in Pride colors as well. Otherwise, I think the last thing I want to mention before Past Anna comes back is that in the beginning, it very much seemed like I needed more people to be a counter and to be a window because otherwise we wouldn't have enough items, and I was almost like setting myself up for a challenge. And then when actually furnishing and doing the house, I just added more windows and added more counters, and that kind of defeated the purpose. So I'll just be completely honest with you, I went into this build with no plan whatsoever, and I do think that it kind of shows. So I think in my mind in the beginning I was like, oh yeah, that'll be really fun, and then as soon as I started building the house I had completely forgotten, and it didn't really make all that sense because we also wanted a functional house. So yeah, sorry if that wasn't clear. Now you just saw me finish the outside and also finish all of the furnishing with the furniture that we needed. I think along the way I added about 25 new items. I've tried to count it, but I will count everything at the very end as well, just to make sure. Now, I made some changes along the way because eventually I decided that it would be best to just go for it to look as nice as possible within the packs and with these specific items that we needed. So we are missing about 29 items, and there is just a lot of decorative items that we can add. So I'm going to go and do that right now. So we are currently adding the final items up to 100. I decided to keep the video of me adding these items even though I'm not doing a voiceover. The video is also split up to match the game footage. But I just thought it was so funny because in basically every single video and also often my descriptions, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just loved building this. I had so much fun building this. And I do have a lot of fun making these builds, but look at my face. This face does not scream fun. Is this what I look like when I have fun? Really? According to my questionable calculations, we should now have 100 items. And you might think, but Anna, we don't have any landscaping. Well, I've kept that in mind because as I said, we are now a little over 100, but these are of course the first 100 with the grill and with the little dog hoop thingy. And then I will go and check exactly how many subscribers we have as of recording, and that will be the number, like from 100 up to that number will be the amount of items that we can do for landscaping. And then I don't think we're going to count the mailbox. So I will now go ahead and count all of the items to see if I am correct. And then I will add the few missing items from our extra subscribers. And then we should be completely done. So I will record it and then editing Anna will figure out if it's nice to have me counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, a couple window, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. I think I already counted that one, right? We shouldn't only be at 87. Oh, okay. We count top to bottom. I'm so close. And I don't know. Am I missing 2 items or am I miscounting? Oh my gosh. I never imagined this was going to be the hard part. But I want to know if I have the right amount of items. Everything is counted correctly. I'm now going to do the math. And then we're going to see if I actually counted correctly while decorating. According to my math, we are missing 9 items. We actually only have 91 items. But, I mean, not a problem. So let's add 9 more items. Having to count these items was honestly driving me insane, but I am so glad that I finally got it right. So we are adding the final 9 items. And luckily, because of editing, I can actually keep track of it and know for sure that we now have 100 items. I've added the additional 9 items. I don't know how I managed to miscount by that much, honestly. And then I've just checked, I have exactly, or we have exactly, I should say, because I very much feel like it's, you know, a combined effort. We have exactly 112 subscribers. So we get 12 trees and bushes, and that is just lovely, isn't it? 10, 11, and you know what? 12. There we go. That is our little subscriber home. We are missing a mailbox. I think we should go, no, we should go with this one. Yes! Oh my gosh, so cute. I love this one. There we go. That is our subscriber home. I would like to clarify it's not supposed to be overly pretty or good looking. I do think it's quite nice on the inside, and editing me will check that we do have exactly 100 items, including a few of the items we have outside, but none of the landscaping is counting, so we should be all good. And I guess we can come back. We can do another floor when we reach like 200 or something. That could be fun as well. So here at the end, I think I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, for interacting in any way with my videos. It really means a lot. It makes me so happy to see that you like what I'm building, that you're enjoying the videos. Thank you so much. To another 100, or I guess only 88 if my math is correct. And with that, I wish you a lovely day. I hope to see you next time, and bye!